If one side of your face looks worse than the other, the main thing you have to realize is that it doesn't have anything to do with your genetics, it has everything to do with your daily habits. Facial asymmetry is not something that is determined at birth. You were not genetically determined to have one side of your face look worse than the other. It all really has to do with the unconscious habits you do every single day. So to give you an example, we should all understand by now that your tongue posture is the main thing that will cause your skull to develop properly. It's what ensures your maxilla develops upwards and forward, your mandible becomes longer, your eyes get more skeletal support, and so on. Now, if the pressure of your tongue on your palate is uneven, your skull will, as a result of that, develop unevenly as well. If your tongue presses more on the right side of your palate than the left side of your face will develop more over time. Then another thing that can cause asymmetry are your chewing habits. If you unconsciously chew on one side more than the other, the masseter on that side of your jaw will grow and develop more than the other, which will make your face and jaw more asymmetrical. So the point I'm making is that facial asymmetry really doesn't have anything to do with your genetics, it has everything to do with your daily habits. So what I'm going to do in this video is show you which habits you need to correct, which exercises you can implement, and how to properly implement all of these things. So the first and most important thing you need to fix is your body posture, because everything else we're going to talk about will essentially build on top of this. Your body supports your neck supports your head, and if any part of your body is tilted, your head will tilt with it, and your face will develop asymmetrically as a result. So if you have something like scoliosis, a lateral pelvic tilt, one foot turning out more than the other, or forward head posture, your face will start to go out of alignment from the bottom, and it will start to develop asymmetrically over time. So the way you'll improve your body posture is through something called the RSS method, which simply stands for release, stretch, and strengthened. So here's how it works in a nutshell. First, you'll need to release your fascia. So this is essentially the connective tissue that connects all of your bones, muscles, joints, and other body parts together, and whenever your fascia gets tight or stuck, it can pull your body out of alignment. So the way you loosen it is mostly with proper breathing, hydration, biomechanics, massages, gua sha, and other things of that nature. So that is in terms of releasing or loosening your fascia. Now, secondly, you'll need to stretch out the relevant muscle for your specific postural problem. So this will of course depend on which problem you have, but to give you an example, if you have forward head posture, you'll need to stretch out your chest and the front of your neck, because these muscles being tight is partly what causes your head to come forward. Another example, if you have anterior pelvic tilt, you'll need to stretch out your hip flexors. So essentially, the second thing you'll need to do is stretch out specific muscles, and which ones you need to stretch will depend on the postural problem you have. And then finally, third, you'll also need to strengthen opposite muscles. So any postural problem you have will not only be caused by tightness in certain muscles, but usually also a lack of strength in muscles that are opposite to those that are tight. So to give an example again, if you have forward head posture, not only will you need to stretch out the front of your neck, but you'll also need to strengthen the back of your neck. If you have anterior pelvic tilt, not only will you need to stretch out your hip flexors, you'll also need to strengthen your lower back and glutes. So in order to fix any postural problem you have, you'll have to strengthen muscles that are usually opposite to the ones you need to stretch, and that is how you can fix any postural problem you have. Loosen your fascia, stretch certain muscles, and strengthen usually opposite muscles. Now, the second thing you'll need to correct is your tongue posture. So like I said in the intro, your tongue is the main driver of facial development and remodeling. It's what causes your maxilla to grow upwards and forward, your mandible to grow longer, your eyes to get more skeletal support, and so on. Now, the problem is that if your tongue isn't pressing evenly on your palate, your skull will start to develop unevenly over time. If your tongue presses more on the right side of your palate than it does on the left side, the right side of your face will develop more than the left side of it. So it's obviously important that you correct your tongue posture as well. Now, the way you'll ensure that it places equal pressure on your palate is by first placing the tip of your tongue exactly in the middle of your upper front teeth. So if you watched any of my content on mewing before, you'll know that the technique I always speak about is always to place the tip of your tongue behind your upper front teeth, make a big smile, and then swallow as many times as you need to create a suction point. Now, the first part of placing your tongue behind your upper front teeth is what will ensure you actually place your tongue in the middle of your palate and create equal pressure on both sides of it. Wherever you place your tongue in between those two teeth, you'll ensure that your tongue is automatically placed in the middle of your palate as well. So to correct your tongue posture and make sure it places equal pressure on both sides of your palate, make sure you place the tip of your tongue behind your upper front teeth, right in the middle of them, make a big smile, bring your facial expressions back to normal, and swallow any saliva you have in between your palate and your tongue to create a suction point. So that is how you can correct your tongue posture. Now, if you want to make sure your tongue really creates equal pressure on both sides of your palate, you can implement an exercise called tongue pulling. So even if you mew properly, there's still a possibility for your tongue to be stronger on one side than it is on the other, and this can still cause it to place more pressure on one side of your palate. So in order to fix it, you can train your tongue in a specific way to ensure both sides of it become equally as strong, and the exercise you can use for this is tongue pulling. So here's exactly how you'll do it. First, you need to grab a small towel or a piece of cloth, anything that lets you grip the tip of your tongue without it slipping. Then, once you have that, you'll grab the tip of your tongue with the towel and gently pull it to the left side. Hold that position for 8 to 10 seconds and you should feel a light stretch on the right side of your tongue. Then after the 8 to 10 seconds, you'll pull it to the right side and again hold it for 8 to 10 seconds, which this time will stretch the left side of your tongue. For that exercise, you don't want to pull super hard, you just want to create a light stretch, right? You don't want to injure yourself in any way. So what you'll then do is repeat this 3 times on each side. So 3 holds to the left and 3 holds to the right, and do it once a day. Over time, this will equalize the strength of your tongue, which will then allow it to place equal pressure on both sides of your palate when you mew, and that also will actually start to correct your asymmetry slowly over time. So that is how you can do tongue pull-in. Grab the tip of your tongue with a towel, pull it gently to each side for 8 to 10 seconds, do 3 holds on each side, and do it once a day. Now, once your tongue posture is improved, the following thing you'll need to fix are your chewing habits. So like I said in the beginning, chewing on one side more than the other can cause your jaw to develop more on one side than the other. And a lot of people actually do this without even realizing it. They'll chew more on one side of their mouth than the other, and over time that causes the masseter muscle on that side to become bigger and stronger than the masseter on the other side. So the way you'll fix this is by simply learning to chew equally on both sides of your mouth, and you can do this by following 2 steps. First, with every single bite you take, you'll need to chew it 20 to 30 times before swallowing it. This will increase the stimulus you place on those muscles and ensure you actually properly stimulate them to grow in the first place. And then secondly, you'll need to consciously make sure you're using both sides of your mouth equally during those 20 to 30 chews. So if you find yourself naturally chewing more on the right side, you'll simply make a conscious effort to chew more on the left side until it feels balanced. And what this will do is over time cause the stronger side to become weaker and the weaker side to become stronger until they are of equal size and strength. You don't want to start chewing too much on the weaker side immediately, but just make sure you learn the right chewing habits from the beginning, and over time your asymmetry will be improved by itself. So that is how you'll fix your chewing habits. Chew on every single bite 20 to 30 times, and make sure both sides of your mouth are doing an equal amount of work until both sides are equally as strong. Now, the final thing you can do to fix your asymmetry is something called myofascial release. So something you have to realize is that facial asymmetry can also be caused by chronic tension within your facial muscles. If you subconsciously keep clenching your jaw or keep squeezing certain facial muscles without realizing it, it is possible for you to create chronic tension within those muscles, and this can then create asymmetry within your face as well. So the way you can solve that issue is by releasing that tension within those muscles, and what you can use for this is myofascial release. So the way you'll simply do it is by gently massaging the areas of your face where you tend to hold the most amount of tension. Usually this will be your forehead, around your eyes, your temples, and your jaw. So what you'll do with your fingers or your knuckles is massage each area in slow circular motions for about 30 to 60 seconds. That is something you can do once a day, ideally in the evening before bed, because that is when your face has accumulated most of the tension from the day. And if you do this consistently every single day, you will slowly release chronic tension in your face. So that is all you need to know in terms of myofascial release, and those are the 5 things you can do to start fixing your facial asymmetry. Correct your body posture, correct your tongue posture, potentially equalize your tongue strength, chew equally on both sides of your mouth, and potentially release chronic tension through myofascial release. Now, one final thing before we end is that I do need to remind you that this will take a long time. Facial asymmetry is not something that can change in a few weeks. Your face is something that develops and remodels over months and years of time, and fixing any facial asymmetry will take at least a couple months. So just be aware that it will take a lot of time. And so the best thing you can therefore do is improve your daily habits and then kind of forget about it. The worst thing you can do is over-obsess about it, so just fix your habits, and that assumes it's going to take at least a few months before you start to see a good amount of progress. So that is all I have for this video. Thank you for watching. Remember, you can always join the community. It's completely free. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.